I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh. I like having fun. Yes, I like to laugh. I like having fun to meet people who laugh.
Good evening, everybody! From Cathedral City, California, I'm coming to you live from a hotel. It's a hotel room. I'm joined by Matt Carlin, also in a hotel, Captain Carlin. But I bring you up first. Why? Because you're closest to me in proximity. But we do have the whole trinity here. DJ Douggpound coming in from where, DJ?
Good morning. California. I am marked safe.
Should I go full under interrogation?
So are you the interrogator or the being interrogated?
I'm interrogating. I'm being interrogated for the fires.
It's a lot. I don't know.
Or should I turn it off? Let me give you an A-B here, then I'll get to Vic.
I think on, but face the other way. On, but
spill.
On, but away.
Spill.
But away. There. Like, yes.
There it is.
I didn't know it's called spill. Ooh. Look at that spill. Yeah.
Anyway, then Vic Berger, the fourth here, coming in from downtown.
Let's
downtown.
go down.
Oh my God.
Now let's get down.
I wrote the greatest song today, Vic.
Oh, yeah?
Listen to this song. You're going to love it. I just started singing it today. Let's see if this works. Downtown parking. Downtown parking. Downtown parking. Downtown parking. Right? Can you hear that? That'd be a hit?
Yeah. That's a hit. That's a groove.
Parking. Downtown parking. Downtown parking. Downtown parking.
I like it.
When I go downtown, I like to park. Downtown parking, right?
What?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
What?
Were you parking at the time? Were you going downtown?
Are you kidding? Were we parking or not? We were parking in Palm Springs, downtown parking. Free parking.
Did you see the big Maryland statue where her skirt's blown up and everything? See that thing?
No, I'm not. My wife doesn't let me see that. She makes me cross the other side of the street.
Close your eyes.
Did you ever see there's like an old 1930s grocery store museum?
No.
Right on the main strip there. That like you go in there, you see like where all the old, tins of flour and Brill cream and crap and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The dads were very interested in the 1930s general store. The kids, not so much.
No.
Right.
We're going to do our show today as best we can. We were so excited last week to jump back in, and after a very long, boring time off, it was very exciting to meet on Tuesday to go through our plan, and then come back on Thursday. But shit happens. Shit happens, folks. There's nothing we can do. We tried. We were. We'll go through it. How do we do the show, Matt? We should let's say hi to somebody, anybody, just to make sure we're broadcasting out there. Then I'll give you my whole saga. What do you have for me?
Let's talk to Stenson. Stenson, you gloved up? You ready?
I'm gloved up, guys.
Stenson, where are you calling from?
Nice. I'm calling from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hell yeah!
This is your old boy from the Jewelry Television. I'm out here scraping the snow off of the satellite dishes. Got to get those signals out, baby.
Oh man!
Play from the what? From the what television?
From home shopping. I called.
Oh right, okay.
Oh my God!
The home shopping guy. Yeah.
Right.
Can't you put those in the dishwasher?
Yeah, we tried, but
those
too
dishes...
dang big. Hey, I want to say my heart goes out to all you guys out there. I got family and friends out there. Okay, fine.
Let's shut you up.
I want to see the scraping. Wait, come back.
You want to see the scraping? Go back.
Tennessee Turd. Who is that? Tennessee Turd. What the fuck, man?
I thought
Yeah,
you were
see-
a direct. I thought you were a director down
don't-
there. And now
Dude,
you're
I'm
scraping
a-
dishes.
Don't talk so we can see him scrape. Wait, Tennessee boy, talk.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm scraping, baby. I'm scraping,
Seem to be
baby.
doing too much though.
It's not doing anything, bro.
Oh, well,
Is there
the,
snow
you gotta
down
do
there? I
better.
can't really
the
tell what's
dishes are
going
white.
on.
The dishes are white. The satellite dishes, they're white in snow. You know, didn't really show up too well.
All right. Well, Stenson,
Well,
thank you for
yeah.
your kind words.
Yeah, I
Good
love you
luck to you.
guys.
right.
Yeah, see you later.
It looked good on YouTube.
scraping.
We can see it clearly. It's pretty crazy.
Okay.
Like it's snowing
Yeah.
in Nashville, right? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's insane. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. 2 to 3 inches of snow or 5 inches of snow isn't big of a deal, but out here in Knoxville, I mean, we shut down, man. It's insane.
I forgot to mention, Vic, you're looking terrific. I
Yeah,
haven't
Vic,
seen
you look
in a
great.
while.
Thanks, guys.
Mick
Means a
made a
lot.
big choice. Can you talk about your choice?
Yeah, I just been growing it over the holidays, and it's just coming really nicely here. I've been growing my eyebrows out a little bit, and I think I'm gonna keep it.
What
They look
happens
handsome.
normally? You shave your eyebrows? You keep your eyebrows
I
trimmed?
I normally do. I do the whoopee. I do the whoopee thing and pick it and it goes.
You
But now
wax
I
it.
just I dyed my eyebrows is what I did actually.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Well, let's see. What happened first? Let's
You're
go
gonna
back.
Are you gonna take them through your fire story?
Yeah. Is that fair to do?
I think so. There's some
Well,
there's
just-
some general interest there.
General interest. I'll try to make it quick, but it's fairly harrowing. Let's see, Monday the winds came, folks. I know this is sort of the prequel to the disaster, but the winds came through the Said wind. By the way, this might take a while because there are going to
Yeah.
be some side tracks here. Doug, guess what? Doug and I both liked A Complete Unknown.
Yeah, the Dylan movie was very good.
Wow.
Big
We
thumbs
were
up.
not expecting this. I was taken by surprise. Anyways, so the winds come in, and you guys might be able to tell from some of our pictures we take in the backyard and stuff. They're just big 100-year-old oak trees all around my house, on top of my house, and growing under my house. The roots go under my house, and it's a lot of trees. And
100-year-old, they should run for president.
Easy. Hey, man, I told you this year, by the way, big announcement, show's no longer political. We don't talk about politics. It's enough. There's enough shows out there sticking with politics.
Let's stick to Dylan and Beatles.
Yeah. And so the winds start whipping, and they've whipped before, and we're kind of used to it, but this was something else. This was scary shit. This was like very just whipping hard, hitting the sides of the house. They'd come in, big gusts would come in, trees would kind of go halfway over. And so we're kind of spooked the whole day. And then I think that night there was a little bit of chatter online about a fire on the west side, and then there was a little chatter about Altadena. Maybe there's something going. Like at night, it felt like, ooh, this is not a good recipe for for that night. It was looking kind of edgy. Now at the same time, my old man, Rich Heidecker, Mr. Absolutely, was flying in with his girlfriend to visit me and the kids Monday night. And so he's checking in with me, and I said, well, listen, it's just very windy here, just so you know. It's going to be a very windy visit. And he calls me from Salt Lake City where they're changing, and where he says, yeah, we're on time. I said, it's very windy out there. I don't like the thought of this plane flying around in this wind. It seems a little dangerous. But so the plane, it was so windy that they had to divert to LAX. He was supposed to land in Burbank. It's a whole other airport and all this stuff. He said it was the worst landing of a plane he's ever been on. It was terrifying. He gets in at like midnight to my house. We wait up and let him in and say, geez, look at this big branch had come down and it was just leaves and debris all over the place. And we're like, just so you know, there's a fire starting up ahead, and we doubt there's going to be anything, but you might want to just know that there's a potential chance of evacuation and all that stuff. I pack a bag, folks, that has like 3 pairs of underwear, 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of t-shirts, and and that's it. Like real lazy. Like didn't pack a charger. I just threw like very like we're not going to be leaving kind of packing job. Marilyn, my wife, packed a lot more. She packed old stuff, old gift certificates, a lot of gift certificates, all the gift certificates that we never redeemed, or a big Applebee's gift certificate. But that was it. We said, all right, let's go to bed. We go to bed. Let's hope the winds die down. 5 a.m, we get this like alert on the phone. Evacuate now. Evacuate now. Yeah, it was that. It was like shot out of bed. We totally take that seriously. We fucking get the kids up. The kids were already like freaked out the night before because this sort of talk about it. Like, hey, just so you know, we have to pack a bag because there might be something going on. My son Charlie was like, does this mean we're not going to be able to live in our house anymore? It was like that kind of shit. It was like, woo, this is kind of heavy. Like, no, everything's going to be fine. They just like to be very careful about these kind of things. So we get in the car very quickly, way too quickly, because there's nobody else in my neighborhood that was out. It was like pitch black. Nobody out. But, and I didn't bring a chart. I didn't bring sunglasses. I didn't bring a hat. My usual cap was nowhere to be found. It was just really poorly planned. But we go outside of our house and a huge tree had come down right to the right. We were able to get out, but our neighbors up the hill would be blocked.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Which I don't care about them. I mean,
yeah.
It's really it's all about me getting out as fast as I can.
Of course.
No, but I didn't know we couldn't move it, and we couldn't and it was only like 3 or 4 houses up there. And I said, let's just get down the hill and then we can call them and, see if they're home, maybe and then worst case, we can call 911 and get a fire, get somebody up there. So, and that's what happened.
Could they had gone like the opposite way around?
No, it was a dead end up there. Yeah.
Dead end.
But it was a major tree. It was not like, I don't know. I was like, I don't have a chainsaw. That would have been the only, it would have been probably like an hour of work up there. Anyways, they got out. The crew went up there and took care of it very quickly. But we get down to the bottom of the hill, go to this parking lot, and you start seeing cars coming down, and you're like, okay, this is actually, you're hoping this is a drill, this is not real, but it was real. It was an actual evacuation order. And
it wasn't like a warning, Tim. So it was actually.
It was not a warning. It said leave now.
What do you do if you don't though? What if people just stay? What happens?
Well, that happens all the time. I think you're technically in violation of. Matt, do you have an answer for that?
I need to know.
I believe you. I think you can get fined, but you see it all the time. You see some guy with a hose spraying his roof, and
that's true.
They're not going to go door to door and force people out.
I'm a shill to the administrative state. I'll do whatever they tell me to do. I'll bend over. I am a bootlicker. Happy, proud bootlicker to the administrative state. I'm happy to submit to their rules. I get my vaccines,
Yes, Daddy.
I bend over
extra
and get
vaccines.
fucked. Yes, Daddy. Thank you. I'll have more, please.
Thank you.
Whatever you want me to do, I will do.
Oh, someone in the chat raises a point. I believe this was
Harder, Daddy.
Was that Tuesday morning or which morning?
Tuesday morning, 100%.
Yeah, it was
No, because
Tuesday.
we had our call.
No,
Tuesday.
it was Wednesday morning.
This was Wednesday. Believe
Fair
me,
enough. I
have
take it
no
all
idea
back.
what day it
All
is.
right, it did. You know what? It didn't happen. Sorry, I made it up.
I just want to get the timeline right for
You're
me
right.
as well. It's Wednesday morning, Tuesday, because that wind was whipping. Tuesday, it was scary. You heard this
Tuesday
crazy
meeting.
wind.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Backing
yeah.
it all up. Wednesday morning is our evac morning. So I don't know what to do at 6 a.m. I've got my dad, his girlfriend, my kids, and my wife, and everyone's trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. We're starting to feel the ashes and smell it, and it's kind of okay. This is close. Anyways, we kind of sit there for 10 minutes. I was like, maybe we should have everybody come to this CVS parking lot we're sitting in. I don't know. That was still in the evacuation zone. And then we said, well, let's go get some breakfast. Let's go to Denny's. Denny's is always open, so we find a Denny's. And then
sorry, one more point I just want to add one more little note. Was my 5:30 a.m. wake up call was left out of this.
Well, I was getting to that. I'm getting to that.
It was 5:30. It was earlier. It was like 5:30. It was super early.
All right, so 5:30-ish. I think it's a little past 5:30, but I called Matt because he's closest to us, and Matt's like you guys know this, like his family basically. Matt and Chris and his wife and her daughter and their daughter. It's his family, and they're close. And it's like they're the people you call in an emergency, and vice versa. If something's going on with you guys, you would call me. I would think one of the people you'd call, maybe. I don't know.
Nobody called me.
You're not calling Vic.
Get the call.
You're not calling Vic.
We can burn in hell.
Didn't cross anyone's mind.
No,
sorry, guys.
But I said, I called Matt because also I know Matt's going to be probably awake. It was like he's an early riser like me,
right?
But he did have that sound of I was asleep voice. Hello, yeah. What is it? Hello,
Captain Matt here.
It can't be good news when that phone's ringing, Matt. That's how he sounded when he answered the phone.
Captain Matt here.
That's the recording of his when he answered the phone.
That's what you on my personal line, day or night. That's what you hear.
Our worm farm.
Yeah,
I was up working on my worm farm.
Yeah, tending to his worm farm. I said, I got we got an evacuation. Can we come over? He said, of course. We go to the Denny's, but the Denny's is like still very much like bad smoke area. Like it didn't feel like a good idea. Like why don't we don't want to sit in this Denny's and eat Moons Over Miami here.
They got a smoking section in there?
It seemed like it did. But Doug, this is not funny stuff, man. This is serious.
I'm looking for worm drops.
The worm dude.
So anyways, we get to Matt's. Matt's like, I don't know if I have coffee. I'm like, what? Come on, man. Let's go. Always have coffee.
I did say, if you have coffee, bring it with you. In the evacuation.
You're a tea guy.
Well, here's the thing, though. I'm tending to an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old and like a 77-year-old and another 77-year-old. So I'm like, and luckily my dad and his girlfriend, they're very, for the most, they're pretty roll with the situation. Like, I'm very grateful for that. They're like, whatever, they're not a pain in the ass really, but I'm sensitive to it. And anyways, so we sit and Matt and I go out and kind of assess the skies, and it does not look good. It looks like fucking apocalyptic, And we sit around for a little bit. Now, my mom lives out in Palm Springs, and we said, let's maybe we should just head that way and wait this thing out a little bit. And Matt hemmed and hawed on that for quite a while. Matt was not ready to make that call. Was not ready
I was in
to
the
jump.
shower when that discussion was going on.
But we eventually got there. Now this is not to get too in the weeds on this, but it's my mom and dad are separated, and they're friendly with each other and stuff, and they were planning on seeing each other, but suddenly the dynamics had changed, and we were all coming to her place with my dad and the ex and the girlfriend, and and it was like a full house,
the ladies.
Sounds like a Netflix comedy.
Yeah, we're talking to Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda about developing it, but And then Matt and Christina and his daughter and our friend Alyssa and her daughter, who's my daughter's best friend.
And Matt's dog was left to.
And dogs. Oh, don't let me. Did we? This is the big news, folks.
Oh
I hope
my
everyone's
God.
sitting down. Can everyone stand up that's on Zoom? Everyone stand up. I'm watching you. Stand up. I'm seeing everybody, so stand up. Ben F., I see you're sitting down. You got to stand up for this one. Can you? Unless you can't. Okay. All right, folks. You're going to want to sit down for this one.
Vic, that would have been a great time for that drop.
Which one?
I'm still standing.
Oh, I know. I know.
No, because
don't
Vic
tell
knows
me.
that the joke was me having people sit back down right away. It's not-
Right. I was looking for dogs.
Doug, you're wrong.
Dog drops.
But
But I'll have it ready for next time.
Captain Carlin's got a dog now. A little dog. A little yappy dog.
Worst mistake of my entire life. Bigger disaster than the fires.
Well,
Huge
let's
disaster.
not say that.
Too soon. Sorry.
So, we all headed east. If you're not familiar with the area, you can get out Google Maps. Hey, Doug, let's pitch Google Maps. Doug, Google Maps.
I need city of the day fake ad ideas. I'm going to write it down.
Welcome to Google Maps. We clean everything up using AI. No, we started heading east. It's about 2 hours, and let me say, there's not a lot of traffic, but there because of the winds the night before and the day before, I've never seen anything like it. There were over 10. There's one little stretch of the 210, which goes from LA to San Bernardino area. At least I would say 10. That's a high number. I'm gonna say 8 to 10, just to be safe. And we have instituted a lie detector on this show through Zoom. They have a new feature is a lie detector device. 8 to 10 full semis fully on their side, like flopped over on the side of the highway, like boop, like take a little nap. Thank you. Might have been more. Might have been 11, Vic.
You're right. It's at least a dozen, according to news reports.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, they asked me, so the KTLA asked me. That was the report I gave. That was the quote I gave them. At least a dozen. But so that was freaky. And then, you're looking back because the whole San Bernardino Mountains are just like filled with smoke from the what we call the Eaton Fire. And you start leaving, and don't even get into we could talk for an hour about that and not even talk about the Palisades fire, which is worse, bigger. And anyway, that was it. Got a hotel. We were like, well, let's just go out there, figure it out. What was that, Wednesday night, Matt?
Yeah, that's Wednesday, like morning. We drive out around 10, 11 a.m. That's the timeline.
And then we sort of realized that things are not getting better. Things are getting worse. And we stayed the night and then stayed another night. And every day we're like, I want to go home. I want to get back home. I got to get my dad to the airport on Sunday. But everybody here is like, well, the air is bad. And we can't go outside if we do go home. And but meanwhile, Doug and Vic are living the life of leisure and sitting in LA. So give us the report from your side.
Well,
For me, it's pretty. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Doug.
I remember when those winds were going on. I guess it was Tuesday night. We've established. It was crazy. It sounded like a storm was happening outside. It was just like a loud sound.
Yeah.
Of like rumbling, and then I went outside, and it was just like the trees were spinning around, and then of course, I had to do some wind jokes on Instagram stories, and then I'm just making jokes about it. I'm like, I didn't think there was gonna be a big catastrophic fire. So the next day I had to delete my jokes about the wind.
Oh man.
No, I mean, I was considering leaving. I have a lot of friends that just left and they weren't in the evacuation zone, but I don't know, something about like just sticking around in case I'm needed or
Well, you went up to my place to check on everything yesterday.
Your zone is like cleaner than the air up there was cleaner than down here. It seemed
Okay.
fine up there.
Weird.
So you didn't go home yet, Tim?
No, there's some reasons, but
There's a lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts. It's just like, let's just stay. It's that kind of idea. Is like, why go back if we can just stay and
Maybe you got a 5-day Groupon and you have to, see it through.
No, but
There's a good Denny's in Palm Springs. So.
and it's we're just I'm trying to wrangle like 15 people all day long and all night. And I mean, everybody's been good, but it kind of came to a head last night because the one thing my dad wanted to do, he didn't care about anything else, but he went to Notre Dame. And then I don't know if you follow college football. I didn't really, but this Notre Dame is in the finals, and they were going to be playing Penn State. It's this big, the Orange Bowl, Vic. Okay.
Wait, your dad went to Notre
He
Dame
went to
High School?
Michigan or wherever that is, Indiana. He
went to Notre Dame. Yeah, he went to Notre Dame College.
I know.
University.
I thought you meant like he went like during this crisis. He went there.
No, he went to school.
That's
there,
what I
so
thought
he's
he
a big
meant.
fan. He's a
Yeah,
big
thank you,
fan
Vic.
of Notre Dame football.
Notre Dame.
The Fighting Irish.
Yeah. So I said, don't worry, Dad. We're going to watch the damn game, right? We're going to get somewhere. I don't know where. Might be at my mom's. It might be at a bar. We're going to figure it out. I want to watch too. What the hell? So we get back to my mom's place from doing something. And at 4 o'clock, the game's at 4:30. I start trying to turn on the game. And my mom's still somewhere else. I can't get the TV to work. I accidentally turn off this switch. Nothing turns back on, and I'm pressing every button you can imagine on unplugging. Nothing. The clock is ticking. It's like a 2-minute warning. It's like, come on, And we call my mom. She doesn't know why it's not working. I'll come home, and there's so many like trying to figure out whose cars someone is taking, and how are we gonna get. I have to drop her off before I can get to you, but she has the gate to get into the building, and I don't have the keys. And it's like that all the time. And we couldn't get the damn TV on.
Oh my
Matt's
God.
dogs are barking. I'm not talking about his feet.
Tim, I got a question. The quarterback. You got the quarterback. Which position is the hunchback? The hunchback in Notre Dame. Vic liked it.
I like it.
They should have a hunchback position just for that team.
Anyway,
Runs around.
on a serious note, we got it where we had to go back to the hotel. It was a whole.
That's the serious note is the
That's
Notre Dame.
No.
No football. No football.
Rich got
Don't
to
do it.
see the game on a serious note.
On a serious note, folks, I think we should take a minute to remember that he did get to watch the game.
And who won the game?
Notre Dame. It was a beautiful game, actually. I ended up watching a lot of it too, and it was like, woo! What a game! Woo! Brian Wilson talking about watching the football game. Wow, they really threw the ball really far. Man, I like the marching band music.
He threw your
Like
school.
John Philip Sousa. Wow. Anyway, that was my little whatever annoying week. It was scary, I think, because I was looking at, I was watching my like ring cam of my house to see if it was going to burn down all night, just to because I don't know. I was looking at the fire, being like, I guess this is not coming my way, but who the fuck knows? But what happened was many people we know, many great people, and also people that aren't great, who I don't know, I'm sure. But lots of people's houses fucking burnt down, like in a way that is unbelievable. I mean, Altadena is not far from where I live, and is a beautiful, wonderful, great neighborhood with great restaurants, and a lot of working class people live there, and a lot of people in the arts, a lot of musicians, I know 2 DPs that worked with me very deeply on cinema. A guy that shot Mr. America, Gabe Pate, and another guy who hasn't gone public that his house went down. So I'm very sensitive about talking about people's struggles. But if you know, people have posted publicly about it. Friends of the show, Matt Fat Tony, very he was on the show. His house is gone. Who else, Matt?
John Carroll Kirby, friend of the
John
show,
Carroll
has
Kirby.
been on the show. Just tons of people.
Tons of people. And for each one, you just can't imagine what it would be like to go through that, how horrible the schools have gone down. So hopefully we can do this super chat today for, you know, we're not sure where the money's going to go. Some of it will go to Vic. Some of it will go to... but all of it, except for what we have to give to Vic due to the new agreement we made with him to stay with the show.
The pity fund, yes.
Well, no, we'll find a way to get some money to the right place. But it's a complete earth-shattering disaster. We're trying to think of natural disasters in America that equal this. I'm sure there are some that
We got Katrina. I think
might
there's a
have.
lot.
Katrina's a big one, of course. We're going to do a top 20 natural disasters, sort of fun listicle, but it's got to be up there. I mean, and honestly, it doesn't feel like we're out of the woods. I mean, a little bit, I guess, but I don't know. Winds could pick up again. Like it just, who knows what's happening.
How does
in the next
can you
couple weeks.
tell me why when the winds are blowing, how does fire happen? Like where's that coming from? Is there a spark? You know what I mean? Like what is
It only takes a
really don't
spark.
They said
understand.
it's man-made in a way. Like it's not from a lightning strike. A lot of times it would start with a lightning strike, but since it's so dry here, it had to be some kind of negligence or. That's all I know. That it's.
Here's what I know, and again, all we do on this show is bullshit, and we don't talk about
Right.
it, and we don't have any
We
actual
don't know, though.
expertise.
We
I don't
don't
know. We're guests.
But what I can tell you is because of the winds, the oftentimes you'll have a electric, like the transformers can explode because of the wires get all. I don't know how that happens, but you know, a transformer goes ba-boom.
right.
Well, a tree, because so many trees and branches are getting blown around or blown down, that takes down a whole power line, and that makes a spark, and it's a
Okay.
tinderbox.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I mean, it's amazing that anything works, that we haven't completely burnt ourselves to a crisp across the entire like it's amazing that anything happens. I mean, Dad was all mad because he's like, if they knew that these winds were so bad, why didn't they tell us in Salt Lake City instead of getting on the plane? And then I'm like, Dad, nobody knows what the hell's going on. Everyone's improvising, and it's amazing anything happens at all. But yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of blame to go around. Obviously, it's climate driven because it hasn't. I can attest that this fucking whole region hasn't had a drop of rain in a year, so everything is bone dry.
Well, they also said that since the last two winters were extremely wet, like we had tons of rain the last 2 years, that made all the vegetation grow really
It's more
big,
fuel.
bigly,
It's
and
more
then
and more
that
fuel,
that made it be like the fuel for the, you know what I'm saying? That made it be bigger fuel for what burned up or something.
And look, you know, you're also not to blame anybody anywhere that has a house somewhere, but you have all these people living in areas that traditionally over thousands of years didn't have people, like, you know, people moving up into the foothills and moving onto the mountains where there would naturally be, you know, wildfires as part of life, the cycle of life. But overpopulation, I don't know. There's a million things you can go through and explain why. I think one of them might have been arson itself. But anyways, it's a terrible disaster for a great city, and I think everybody out there should understand that there might be a little bit of attention given to, like, you know, and I don't want anybody's house to burn down, but there might be a tendency to sort of gloat about, you know, the celebrities in the Palisades and oh, poor Tom Hanks, you know, that shit. Like, I don't know if his house burned down, but of course, well, those are people too, of course, and nobody wants anybody's house to burn
He's
down.
got many other
Anyone to
houses, I'm
die.
sure.
Vic,
Okay.
please.
What?
But in there is going to be lots of people that are don't have a million other houses, and in Altadena is where this community should try to rally around, because that city is going to need a lot of our help. All right. Now I got to continue watching this other football game, if you don't mind.
We have a clip that kind of bridges this gap from the serious to the amusing. If you're interested yet, this friend of show, Steve Gutenberg clip. Have you guys seen it yet? Share. Here we go. All right. Is everybody seeing this?
Yep.
It's a pretty. It starts out not funny, but it
See if
gets
the
funny.
audio works.
It's an important announcement. I wonder if I could just make here on
Everybody hearing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Palisades Drive. If anybody has a car and they leave the keys in the car, so that we can move your car, so that these fire trucks can get up Palisades Drive.
Yeah.
What's happening is people take their keys with them as if they're in a parking lot. This is not a parking lot. We really need people to move their cars. So if you leave your car on Palisades Drive, leave the key in there so a guy like me can move your car and get them up there so that these fire trucks can get up there. It's really, really important.
Thank you for talking to us live, sir. What's your name?
My name is Steve Gutenberg.
Steve, do you live in this area?
I live in the area. Yeah, I live right up the hill, and thank goodness everybody. But I have friends up there right now, and they can't evacuate because it's stuck on Palisades Drive.
Yeah. And you're an actor.
Yeah, I'm an actor.
Okay, now you look familiar. You look familiar to me now.
Yeah.
So, sir.
Oh.
Oh.
No,
He's actually the
playing
police.
clips.
Isn't he the police chief or one of the deputies?
He was giving orders to Lassard. Was it Lassard? Mahoney! We are concerned too that the city of Los Angeles might be run by nincompoops. We're not entirely sure, but there seems to be some evidence now of that. This was Mayor Karen Bass, or is it Karen Bass?
Yeah, this one.
This one, I mean, listen, this is a funny clip. I think it's a little depressing, but also people fuck up when they're talking and reading stuff, and Lord knows I do. But it is certainly not the best sign for our state of leadership.
Stronger than ever. Right now, if you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL.
Let's all go to URL. And this breaking news I was kind of alluding to a friend. This friend of mine, Marco, who shot many seasons of On Cinema, shot the latest season of On Cinema, and shot live from Kevin's. Very talented, lovely person, super sweet guy. Has a wife and a small boy, 2-year-old or so. His house is gone. So a GoFundMe just set up for that. So maybe that could be our little mission here on Office Hours, because a lot, like Doug was saying, a lot of people's GoFundMe have maxed, thank God. But there's going to be new ones popping up all the time. So I sent that to you, Matt.
Yeah, and people of the super chats are already coming in. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much.
My question is, I have a question. Mankind seems to have mastered the elements. You know, we can go to space, we can do this, we can control the oceans. I don't see why.
Yeah, you keep talking, Doug. This is a key play here. Oh, touchdown!
Just mute it. So, and I'll talk to the Zoomers. I'm just wondering, why can't they put fires out easier in this day and age? You know, there should be some way, don't you think? Can't there be some?
I mean,
can't
that
Elon
would be
make
wonderful.
Elon? Let's put Elon in charge. But like a team of drones that each has like send up like 6 drones, and each one of them has like 50 gallons of water, and they can pinpoint it unmanned. They could fly in.
Yes, as soon as that heat signature comes in.
But did you see like an actual like people are throwing their drones up in the sky to get like video for their YouTube channels?
Oh yeah,
and
one of them hit the Super Scooper plane.
And put a hole in it.
I'm not talking about civilian drones. I'm talking about
government drones.
Big ass water drones.
Government drones that hover all the time, especially during you know. But the problem is these winds. You can't have anything up in the air. Like this is one of the problems. Is these none of the planes or helicopters or anything could go up during those winds.
Maybe they could use kites.
How are they going to use kites?
Because they got wind.
I think what we need to drop giant domes on like giant iron domes on giant regions, like on mountain chains.
Or here I have another idea. I mean, obviously during the extreme winds you can't fly anything up there, but like, can't they say that fire is coming down the hill towards homes? Can they fly like 4 helicopters and have them hover low? And I'm kind of serious here, and they're blasting the wind to stop it from going further forward. They got to hire me as a consultant. You know what I mean? I have ideas.
John Galantini in the chat. I usually don't look at the chat, but because of the way we're doing this,
you got blow it the other way.
Said he reminded us that Superman 3, when he freezes a lake and drops the whole lake onto a fire, that would be
that would do it.
That would do it. That would do it. Or instead of flying, you know, they could like shoot it with cannons, ice cannons.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Or Doug, let me pitch this. What if we flattened everything so no more mountains, so we just get flatness, and that seems easier to manage.
Why don't the homes be underground? You know, instead of building up, build it down. Then like,
all right, well, let's take
let the trees burn up on top. No big deal.
Right. Talk to somebody. I don't know.
Yeah,
I live subterranean lifestyles like Matt's worms.
Mikey Kampmann is here.
Mikey
should be. Mikey, are you there?
I am here.
Mikey, I'm so happy to see you.
What's up, Mikey?
Back from the high seas.
Yeah. In time to be here for all this insanity as well. Yeah.
Where are you now? Are you in Ventura?
I'm in Ventura. Yeah, I'm in Ventura.
Isn't there a fire up there too, Mikey?
No, there's not. There was a small one, but it got put out quickly.
First of all, how was this trip on the sailboat?
The trip was one of the great trips of my life. We sailed from Ventura to Cabo at the southern tip of Baja for over 3 weeks, and it was amazing. All of that. I mean, it is strange to get back from that, and then you're home a week, and then your childhood home burns down. Because I grew up in Palisades.
Your childhood home burned down?
So we grew up over the course of my childhood, we had 2 homes. We moved once in the Palisades, so both those homes are gone. The schools I went to are gone. The supermarkets we went to are gone. Like every family friend has lost their home. Essentially, like your childhood, like all the places of your childhood are gone, which is a strange feeling, obviously. And
sure.
It's
your
weird.
Your family lives on the East Coast though now.
So my parents had lived in the Palisades for 15 years when we were growing up, and then they moved back to the East Coast. But we're still, friends with everyone that we grew up with or whatever. Yeah. And it's just the strangest thing is that the minority people now are the ones whose house stays, who didn't burn down.
Wait, what are you saying?
The minority are the people whose house didn't burn down.
I thought you were making some crack about like black people or something.
No, not at all. That'd be insane.
He doesn't do that anymore.
Well, the way you phrased that was really crazy. I'm like, geez, man.
I thought this show was no longer political. By the way, Doug, your freaking hunchback Notre Dame football position joke is so good, man.
That is the oldest joke in the book.
I've never heard it, and I invented that joke.
Who's your
I'm
favorite
gonna
hunchback player of all time?
I'm going to be doing that joke when I'm opening for you, Tim.
That's right, folks. Tickets are
Coming up.
still on sale for the Tim Heidecker Slipping Away Tour with DJ Douggpound, Neil Hamburger, and Kyle Mooney, and many more. Not many more, but more.
The hunchback gives the ball to the center, and then the center gives it to the quarterback.
I felt bad. It was early on. It was on Wednesday, and I just settled in at my mom's place, and I took a little picture of my dad. He was very cute. He was kind of waving. And it was kind of light, and I was like, I got to post something because tour is 2 weeks away. Tour is 2 weeks away, and like I can't be doing what this week has been, which is like taking my kids mini golfing on a Wednesday. You know what I mean? 'Cause, like we got to do shit with them because their schools are closed. Like I can't focus on I should be working on getting prepping for the tour. Anyways, it's like I got to promote. So I sent this picture of my dad and was like, hey, Rich. Mr. Absolutely is reminding you that my tour is coming in a couple weeks. And then I felt really bad because it's like, somebody made a crack, like, oh, you're using the fires to promote your self-promote. And it's like, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do?
How did you didn't even use the fires in that. But Ringo,
I don't know.
What about Ringo?
Well, Ringo, Mikey. I don't know how you feel about Ringo Starr, but oh, yikes. Ringo's got a new song out today, and it's not one of his best.
Do we want to take a listen? Is it worth
Can we
the
listen?
Hear that shit?
Well, let me just say first.
We should interview Mikey about his trip.
Yeah, I want to hear about the trip.
We can listen to this first if you want.
What do you mean? I just asked him about the. Hold on.
I want to hear
details
Ringo.
about being
I want
out
to hear
on
the
the
Ringo song.
Wait, what is there else to know? He was on a boat. He sailed down to somewhere, and he came back safe
He
and
said it
sound.
was the greatest adventure of his life, and then that's
So
all
what?
he said. What else about it?
What else? Oh, the boat went this way, then it went that way. And it was fish, and then the sails, then it rained.
Right.
Oh, really?
You're probably right.
Good luck telling a good story about that, Mikey. I'll give you $1,000 if you could tell me a good story about your sailing trip.
Ooh.
All right, let's show them. show your bills.
Let's
get
talk Ringo.
I want to hear Ringo.
Ringo
Look, I went on the trip, and I want to hear Ringo.
Yeah.
Well, we need to do a full investigation here because we have some bones to pick with Ringo too.
Well, let me just say about Mikey's trip. I asked Mikey to sort of chronicle or journal about your trip and share it with us in a written format. We'd appreciate that. I would pay you money for that because I'd like to read about it. Or if you want to make a little audio journal of it, or however you want to express yourself, I'm here to support you.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I'll look forward to pitching you a few ideas on that.
You know what? If the ship wrecked, he'd have a story.
I know. That's what I'm
I mean?
telling you.
Those are great stories. Those are shipwreck stories are the ones that I like.
We did almost wreck.
All right. Well, now we're talking.
Oh, okay.
There was a treacherous reef that we encountered in the night. Are you listening?
You got my attention.
No, it's true. We woke up in the middle of the night. I mean, you take turns sailing through the nights, so. And it was my turn coming up, but I could tell when you're down below sleeping on the boat, you can tell sometimes when things aren't quite right. And so I went up, and the captain was up there with one of the, there was 4 of us total. So the captain was up there with one of the other sailors, and there was a treacherous reef up ahead. And no matter how much they were trying to steer the boat away from it, there was a current pulling us back into the treacherous reef.
Mm.
And it was one of those situations that, like, as you're sleepwalking through it, you're like, whoa, we did end up tacking to go away from it, but we missed it by a mile, right? Which is pretty far, but in the grand scheme of the ocean, if we had just not paid attention probably for another 10, 15 minutes,
We've been going right into
that
it.
is how you kind of get shipwrecked in the middle of the night, going upon a treacherous reef that's sunken 5 feet below the water,
Jesus.
Out of sight. It was an exciting, bizarre, weird moment. Yeah.
Well, back to Ringo.
Yes, please.
First of all, I feel like there was this bait and switch where it's like Ringo's got a country record coming out. He's got a country record. He's gone to Nashville, and I like Ringo doing country. There's Buku of Blues, Bukoops of Blues, whatever works. And then I think there was kind of a country sounding song, but then he put this song out today called "Look Up," and it don't sound country at all to me.
You gonna play a little bit?
Oh shit! I had the wrong one up. Hold on.
I have
But
a bone to
then
pick.
Matt
The
made,
Billy
Doug
Strings
made a
one
point.
is the Billy Strings one is the country one.
It's called "Look Up." I
Not
don't know who's
Never
on it.
Let Me Go.
No, I'm talking about
Here
"Look
it is.
Up."
I got it. Oh, it has a video too. Okay, hold
Yeah,
the
the
way.
video sucks.
You know who produced it, Tim?
I know who did. T-Bone Burnett, one of the
Yeah,
Coward
one of the
brothers.
Coward brothers. Yeah.
Molly Tuttle.
It looks like a country song.
Hey,
I like
hey,
the
we're
pop.
working with Molly Tuttle. What the hell? This sucks.
He's a low.
Oh my god.
He's in his backyard again, too.
It's
Oh, he's
also
not wearing
all
a tracksuit.
That's not.
it's
country.
all of the terrain that's now on fire, but because it was
Yeah,
like
exactly.
2 weeks ago.
Ugh.
Well, also Matt was saying, like, if you look at his social media, there's like no mention of the fires. It's all happy-go-lucky, talking about there's new singles out and peace and love and
It's very
tone deaf.
It's very tone deaf. If you look at the past, literally the past 2 days.
Well, maybe he doesn't look at social media. You know, he's
Look
just
at- oh, I
So-
love
well,
his own
even
thing.
worse.
Look at that.
This is January 9th. So he's
But look at
quiet
his-
from December 22nd, and then he's coming back on January 9th when all the shit's going down. With
Look at
his
that white
statue,
horse
though.
behind his head. What's going on with that
I
white
know.
horse behind his head?
And then this.
That's a statue in his
monstrosity.
backyard. There's
Is
nothing
it?
Two
else.
of them.
That's in
He
his
has that in his
backyard.
backyard, yeah. Oh, wait, no, look at it.
Twice.
It's got a... It's
That's
got a,
from yesterday?
The hat
Yes.
is
What
Photoshop.
are the watermarks on it, though? It's watermarks.
Yeah, and it has the Alamy watermark.
He can't afford to license the photo
No,
of his statue
of his
in
own backyard.
That's
And
how
then
they
this-
do it.
Oh
Naturally.
God!
God.
So the promotion for the record is like putting his hat on other
Oh,
things.
my
Like
God.
digitally. Oh,
Oh,
Ronnie.
no. Ringo.
Oh, that's a great one. How clever.
Vic, is that your hat? Is that what this is
That
all
is
about? You're
pretty
wearing
much.
that Ringo
I
hat?
love
Vic, you got to get rid of that hat now.
Yeah, man,
No,
that's
it's just a
very
paid promotion.
insensitive. How much is Ringo paying you to promote his new record?
Just peace and love. That's all he's giving me.
Oh dear, that annoyed me.
Ugh.
It's not country, Ringo. It sounds just like more of that crap you do every 2 years with your EPs, or it's got this Beatle-esque plug-in that you put on everything.
Look Up is good fire advice, though.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Works
better
on
for
that
like
level.
tornado warnings, maybe. Mikey, like speaking of the Palisades and you're growing up there, like I think people would love to know who your dad is. Is that fair? Is that fair game?
Got my hat right here. My dad worked in show business in the 80s and 90s. I mean, he had a good career. He worked in Second City, and a lot of his friends went on to become super famous household names. But our childhood was spent in the Palisades, you know, this very surreal place. Great place to grow up because you're just so safe and
Yeah. It's idyllic.
idyllic. It was idyllic, especially as a kid. When you're a kid, you don't know anything, right? You're just like, oh, this is just an awesome place where I can ride my bike down to the ocean. I can ride my bike into town, whatever. Billy Crystal throws out the first pitch at your little league game. You know, all very normal stuff.
Yeah. But what movie did your dad write that would thrill my audience?
Maybe Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. That one might thrill them.
of course.
Clifford, the movie
Clifford.
Clifford with Martin Short.
Yeah.
Clifford.
Yeah.
Did he direct
Yeah,
it or just write it?
He wrote it.
Wrote it.
Yep. He wrote
What,
it.
was it true that movie wasn't originally for Martin Short, or like
It was my
supposed
mom's
to be-
idea. It was
just
my
supposed
mom's
to be a
idea
kid?
to cast Martin Short.
But was the original movie idea that was just a kid that was like a problem
yeah, exactly.
child?
It was kind of like a problem child style movie about, you know, adopting a young boy who's is a tormentor.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, and then it was my mom who suggested, what if Marty played the boy?
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, that scene. There's a famous scene of why can't you just be a normal human boy?
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Is one of the
So
greatest
funny.
pieces of greatest
So
pieces
funny.
of comedy ever.
But yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's strange. The last couple of days, I've just been texting with my family a lot, and we've been sharing memories with just this place. You know, it is such a surreal feeling. I feel like I have a pretty decent practice of impermanence. Like, I practice that in my life a lot. This idea that everything's going to go, that amazing hotel room you're in is going to go someday, and the art behind you.
This is a beautiful piece.
That's not going anywhere.
We brought this with us. We travel with my favorite art.
That's the one you saved.
I said, "Hun,
that's a lot bigger than I thought it was."
Oh my God!
Gotta bring my favorite art.
Wait, talk Tim. Oh, there we go. That's beautiful.
We got to bring my favorite art with me.
Did you bring the hammer and nail?
I forgot my chargers, but what's that, Mikey?
Did you bring the hammer and nail to put it up wherever you went?
Yeah. It's like that little fix-it kit that you can get at the
that's
IKEA.
in the go bag.
Yeah, sure. So I can hang my art.
What's in my go bag? We should do that. The amoeba
I have to say,
videos. You know, you do the what's in my go bag.
I did learn a lesson because I was like, why didn't I just have a suitcase that was already packed that just lives in a closet that has like all this like doubles of, you know, some medicine and some toiletries and shit, and like, I don't know, it just felt like that would be so easy to do if I just take an hour to do it one day.
Tim, did you have a moment where you had the 5 minutes to really grab what you think you care about?
No, I didn't. I mean, I could have, but you know, I was worried about getting the kids out of there and getting my dad out of there. That I didn't think, and I really didn't take it too seriously. I just felt like this is not going to I just felt like.
But do you have anything? Do you have anything that's like not replaceable? Like you can't.
No,
like this.
That's
something,
the other thing.
right?
I don't collect anything. I mean, I've got some nice guitars that I've kind of bought over the years, so that would be sad. But like, whatever. Like, I really didn't feel. I didn't feel like heartbroken if something.
Right.
Tim, say you got You have 5 minutes. The kids are all safe. No more humans to worry about. What are you grabbing?
I have like a guitar from a 60s guitar that is like a very nice Gibson.
Which one is it?
It's the one that Vic plays when he sits behind it.
But what is it?
Oh yeah, I love that one.
It's a Gibson
acoustic.
J50. It's a
acoustic
Gibson
one.
J50.
It's a nice one. But you can get another one of those. They didn't just make one.
I'm just saying, if you had to grab stuff, I'm just curious, what would you grab? I mean, you probably want do you have like family photos that are like, they're not digitized, and you got to grab those, like a box of that stuff?
Maybe. I don't even care about any of that stuff. I don't care about. There's plenty of photos online. What do I need a photo for?
Print it out.
What am I gonna look at?
Bag of
You're
Snickers
a highly
size.
photographed man. I guess you're a different case, but like.
No, I mean, I don't want to look at photos of myself. I want to look at, I guess, like we have a wall of like grandparents and stuff. For their photos from like when they were kids. Sure, I'd grab a few of those.
Grab that wall.
Let's say this.
There we go.
Did this one.
What is that?
It's me.
Oh.
I would take that. That would be it.
You set up your whole new life with nothing but like a folding table and that picture, and a pencil.
Well, listen,
I really
guys, it's been an hour.
That much. Well, I think it's a good thing. I don't feel like Matt. I think you said it too. It's like, I don't know. The attachment I have is to people and to experiences, and like I don't collect records. I got a lot of shit, but if I lost it, I don't feel like I would be devastated by it. But
what
that's
I would
just
grab
me.
though, I don't know if Vic might have something like this, but I have so many. I have like 20 hard drives just filled with like my work. Like my life's like work. And I would probably grab those.
Yeah,
I even have everything like
my
upload
computer,
to the cloud,
like the stuff
you know?
that I'm like creating.
But can't you get that? You got to work on getting that shit up to the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Like that should be your 2025 project.
Yeah, do that.
Start
You know, Wes
organizing
got me
that
this
shit.
super mega hard drive. I guess that's not the cloud though, huh? Gotta get
Oh, that's
that.
nice, Wes.
Well, listen,
I didn't
guys,
get one of those.
guys, it's been an hour, believe it or not. So
Holy hell.
and I think we do have a patented Vic Berger halftime vid. Why don't we take a
Okay.
little pee break?
Yeah, we've got another caller. We got another friend of the show. who
Another
has
friend of
a
the show, yeah. I think the dogs are actually coming into my hotel room in a moment.
Oh, we got to meet these dogs.
I want to hear more about
Also,
Mikey's trip.
I have a game that I made that we can play.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Mikey, do you want to stick around? You got
I'll
some
stick
time
around for a couple minutes. Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
Yeah, well, we love you, Mikey, and you know that. I tell you that every day. I text you that every day. I say, I love you.
Let me just
Love you
text.
very much.
Let me check my text real quick. I haven't gotten those ones a little bit.
And when I see your name spelled, is this K? That's a misspelling on purpose or something?
What are you talking about?
With the K?
What are you talking about?
Because I've been texting Mikey Kampmann with a C. Every morning.
Oh, what a lucky guy.
Mikey, did your dad come up with the triple Lindy? Did your dad come up with triple Lindy?
My dad does claim to have come up with the triple Lindy, and based off of his
yeah.
time on the Jersey Shore, growing
What
up.
about the idea of scooping the bread out of the sandwich to make a big?
I think
fat
that's all
bowl?
Dangerfield.
That's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. We'll take a quick break because I want to get back to seeing everybody and talking to everybody. This is a lot of fun. I'm glad to be with you all, and thank you for bearing with us. This was a rough week, but we're very lucky, feel very fortunate to be able to do this, and that we're all here, and fuck all your records and all your pictures of your aunts and uncles. It's all about the beating heart of our friends and loved ones. So, yeah, we'll get into more of this in a few minutes. Take it away, Vic, and join patreon.com/officeHoursLive. Let's flood the super chat with dollars to send to our friends and to the firefighters and to relief organizations. We'll put it in to good use. Be back in a few.
This is a song called Just When I Needed You Most. I hope a few people have heard it. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to tune the guitar. Sorry. Please forgive me. This is called Just When I Needed You Most. I'll have to do. You packed in the morning, I stared out the window and I struggled for something to say. You left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. Now I miss you more than I missed you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows, 'cause you left me just when I needed you most. Now most every morning I stare out the window and I think about where you might be. I've written you letters that I'd like to say, you would just send one to me. 'Cause I need you more than I needed before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. 'Cause you left me just when I needed you most. You packed in the morning, I stared out the window and I struggled for something to say. You left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. Now I love you more than I loved you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. 'Cause you left me just when I needed you most. Oh yeah, you left me just when I needed you most. You left me just when I needed you most.
All right.
This
Thank
is a
you to
song
Randy Van Warmer. A great one. I don't know where the boys went.
They left. What happened?
They're done. They thought that was it. No, that's a great break video, Vic, and I love that song. I mean, I love that song. But not the best night for old Randy. You there, bud? Oh man.
What happened? Oh, you're muted? Oh, sorry.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was reading about Randy. He died, and then he got sent to space. Like someone in his family paid $4,000 to shoot him off into space. His remains.
That seems a little bit like a scam. Was that
turn
Charlie?
Who's this now?
That's my son. What are you doing in
wait a
Matt's
minute.
bedroom? What are you guys doing?
Oh, they can't hear you, so I can. He's asking how you're doing.
Good.
Oh,
What are you guys up to now?
what are you up to now?
Nothing.
Oh, we
Well,
gotta
it's good
get
to
on.
see you. Charlie, you should be a referee for our show.
Oh yeah, look at referee Charlie there. No.
Hi.
This is. Oh, there you go. Okay, here.
Can hear
Oh.
now.
And by the way,
Hi. Hi. Where's this microphone?
all right, enough.
Okay, bye guys. Go have fun at dinner.
Okay. Okay. Goodbye.
Matt and I had to go to Best Buy today to pick up some microphones so we could do the show today. And look at these beauties that Matt and I are using. These glowing gamer microphones. Matt,
When
you
they
want to
change
show yours?
colors. Oh.
Show your microphone.
Oh yeah, check this out, Stella. Look at
Hi, everybody.
that. Okay, thank you.
And get this, in this day and age, I was like, we have those, you see them on every podcast, the Shure SM7s or whatever they are, or something, and they're like a USB thing, and they work great. We use them, but I didn't pack them. Maybe that's something I should pack, is a nice podcast microphone.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, well, if we're going to do the show, let's get some mics so we can sound okay. And we looked around Palm Springs, and nobody had anything except Best Buy had these guys. What's this brand called? HyperX. And Wes was like, yeah, those are fine, and you can even get some software for it to turn off the stupid colors. But in this day, 2025, the software is only for PCs. Like, what the hell? What company is making things for computers? in this day and age. Like, sorry, can't help you. But so we have to live with the colors, which is fine. I kind of like them, kind of cute. Donate it. I'm going to donate this to for the fire relief.
Is that the same
situation.
brand as these the mouses we got?
Oh yeah.
It's a whole where they got the colored keyboards and
Yeah,
everything.
you see these things?
Yeah, there it is.
This is my backup mouse for when this stupid thing dies. Then I have to plug this in, and then it never turns off. So I'm like,
But you got to get the
I'm
software,
walking
but
past.
you can't.
I'm walking past this room when I'm going to bed, and then this thing is lit, and I feel like that's a waste. So I got to go unplug it. What a nightmare!
Life is hard.
Life sucks.
Listen, I didn't even get to share this, which is a lot of you know. Jeff Baina passed away over the weekend. This was like, so, I mean, listen, this show is about me, right? So it's like, I sometimes feel like, oh, I don't want to make this about me, but that's what this show is often about, and about other things. But partly it's my own life experience. And so I don't want to, whatever. You just know that, like, Monday I went to Shiva for Jeff, which was 2 days after he had committed suicide. And he was a friend, and it was very confusing and sad, and all sorts of emotions. And I went to sit and to be with them and to be with his family, and it was quite beautiful, actually, because it was a ton of people that were in that movie, and a ton of funny, good people that I like. And, you know, we had this very heavy experience, you know, on Monday, sorry. But it was like, Monday was that, and then it was like a day later, I'm driving out, escaping the fires. So it's just been, what a week, you know, what a way to start the year.
That tomorrow the earthquake is going to hit.
Is that what they're saying now?
Yeah. So one
I
more
saw
day
that
of shitty stuff, and then I think you'll be fine by Sunday.
Sunday should be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope my wife can understand that she can come into the room if she wants to. I'm going to just make sure she understands that.
I see a lot of Zoomers with their hands up.
Dinner.
Can we talk to more Zoomers by chance?
Oh, hi, hon. Yeah, just want to make sure if you need to come in the room for any reason, you can.
No, we're on our way to a restaurant now.
Don't say what the restaurant is. We're broadcasting live. I don't want people swarming you.
Danny.
Thank you, though.
All right.
I appreciate you. Oh, my God.
Bye now.
Tim,
can you explain what Shiva is, or what's it like? What's it, or not really?
Sounds cold.
That's pretty good, Doug. I take back what I said about your Hunchback of Notre Dame game. Sorry. Mute this. It's I don't know, you'd have to ask a professional Jew what it means. Matt, can I turn things to you?
Yeah, it's after someone passes away. You invite everyone to their house for several days. I think it's a week. Someone can probably correct me.
Oh.
And traditionally, it's a longer story. You cover all the mirrors, and the mourning people wear black, and they sit on these wood boxes, and the idea is to sort of like be miserable and think about how horrible you feel for a set amount of time.
Okay.
But it has sort of evolved to be more like a wake, and people come and they bring you food, and so the widow doesn't have to think about food.
Right. Okay.
But it's a nice tradition.
It was beautiful, actually. There was some prayers said, and there was some speeches given and stuff, and but it was still very raw. And it's not like the actual funeral or memorial or anything. It's just like, it's I don't know. You start thinking, you're like, geez, when I go, I mean, I better make friends with some gurus. In fact, this Jaymee, you know, so I've met some spiritual people who can like figure. I'm not, you know, what the hell's Vic gonna say?
Oh my God, I know. Slam up.
It's gonna be real uncomfortable for everybody.
No, Vic's got good breathing techniques, and
that's true.
I got COVID mechanisms. It'll be fine.
Vic, what was the segment called?
Oh yeah, what was that? Activity of the day.
Punning away.
You could do activities of the day.
Yeah, just do that.
Do whatever you want. What do I care? I'm dead.
Yeah,
I imagine your Shiva will be really kind of a celebration, you know?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people dancing on my grave, huh? Is that what you mean?
Get their body out of the casket.
Finally, the ding. Where are you going to go? Ding dong. The witch is dead.
Yeah, you left out celebration of your life is the rest of that. You don't
you
celebrate
just said a celebration.
Celebration of his.
That's what I meant. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, boss.
You're like the guys in Baghdad tearing down the statue of Saddam Hussein. You're gonna be like out in the street shooting AK-47s up in the air when I'm gone. Is that it, Doug?
No, I'll be shooting JK-47s, man. We'll be laughing our ass off.
Who knows, right? Who knows what you'll do? But who knows? Maybe you'll go first.
Tim, you cannot croak. Otherwise, everything, this is over. What are me and Vic going to host the show?
You and I are going to have a little talk because I got some bad news.
I got to die first.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we do a poll? In what order should the Holy Trinity pass? Let's get that poll up, Matt. And you can include yourself in there too. The core four.
I can come up with my list.
You got some
ideas,
your
list,
huh?
Mikey, who should go first?
Oh, is Mikey muted? Sorry,
Mikey no talkie.
There you go, Mikey.
Mikey, make the order.
I'm hoping car bomb that takes all three of you out at the same time.
Well, what about Matt?
Well, we're never in the car together. It's not like we're driving around town.
Oh, I thought this was like a carpool karaoke type show that you guys.
No, it's not.
Thought you were all in the same car.
That's the cleanest solution for sure.
All right, everybody's got to do their work this week and figure out who goes in what order. Everybody's work done by.
I want to hear Doug's funeral drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to stick around to DJ the funeral.
Yeah, Doug has to go last so he can provide the entertainment.
All right, let's take a Zoomer that we don't know just to keep the community alive.
Yeah. Are we? Well, we have Jaymee's been waiting.
Yeah, I'm sorry to keep Jaymee waiting. Yeah, you know what? Jaymee can be my spiritual guy.
I thought that's what you were driving at there.
No, maybe intuitively I did. What's Chip Taylor doing though? He's yelling at somebody behind him. He's talking very aggressively with somebody. You see that? I see all you. Chip, let me talk to Chip real quick before we get to... Chip, you're being very aggressive with who are you talking to back there. Let's see what's going on here. I want to try to make sure that nothing illegal is happening. What are you doing back there? You're yelling at somebody.
This is my wife back here.
You're using your hands.
I was telling a great story.
Well, we're talking over here. Pay attention.
Okay,
I gave you homework.
All right, I'm on.
Okay. All right, let's talk to Jaymee. Thank you, Chip. Nice to see you, Bethany. Jaymee.
That's just her shirt, I think. But
well, no, you don't wear a shirt. You don't wear a shirt that says Doug.
I wear one that says Doug Beach on it. Yeah.
Everybody has to start wearing shirts with your names on it. Big.
Yeah, it's hard to remember all these names. It's a good idea.
All right, Jaymee, can we get Jaymee's mic on? What's going on? He's been sitting there mute.
We should come up with New Year's resolutions.
Wait, New Year's resolutions? What's that supposed to mean?
Just things that are going to go bad for the year.
Oh, okay.
Is that a word? Desolation?
Desolation.
Desolation.
Isn't that a Dylan? Isn't it? Desolation Boulevard. Isn't that something?
Desolation Row.
Row, whatever it is.
Jaymee, I've got an assignment for you.
Okay. Where's Jaymee? Oh, there we go.
If and when I go and you're still with us, you're my spiritual guru, my guy that has all these beautiful ways of looking at life and death, and you go to the funeral and you say all these things, okay? You act like we're best buddies. You act like you know me better than anyone.
Sounds like a buddy guru comedy.
like that we could
No,
do?
no, it's just what you need to do for me. You need to.
Okay, I'll do it.
You got to
You
wear
need to
all white though, because you already got the sweet beard going. You got to
Yeah.
get the full
That's
outfit.
right.
You know.
Sure, but
Double up on the beads.
when I
Yeah,
wear
get
all
some-
white, the beard disappears, and you can't.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay,
maybe it's
well-
purple, like a big purple.
Purple, that's- yeah,
thing,
that's spiritual.
Gown, big robe, and then so when I go, Matt is gonna call you. Matt has your info. He's gonna
Okay.
say, "All right, start working this. Tim's gone. We're gonna do a thing at my place. Come show up and start saying prayers and walking around and like talking like you know me real well."
This is a killer gig. I'm super in.
It's just a favor, not a long-term thing. Yeah.
Man, no, perfect. You've done me some favors recently.
Yeah.
Hey,
So listen, you wanted to tell us a little bit about your experience this week. Pretty heavy stuff, but I think it's one of those shows. So what happened?
yeah. So, and I can't see myself, but you guys can see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Can I get a rim shot prepared real quick? 'Cause I just want to try out a joke to start things.
I think that's too basic of a drop. That I don't even
Oh,
have
just-
that. But I got something. I got something.
Okay, just something like after you tell a joke. So I'm not doing Johnny Carson. I'm doing Carcinio, all right, which was a very an obscure skit that Saturday Night Live did. Jaymee Carvey. So I'm doing Carcinio. All right, here we go. Well, Ed, the city of the day is Hell's Kitchen.
Well, listen, a couple of thoughts on that real quick. Good Johnny impression.
Really?
I think so.
We like to do impressions. You know, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of an impressionist of all varieties these days of turning something disastrous into something beautiful. And I just do impressions of the people throughout my life who've been mentors or had good advice or a silver lining to look at. And so it's all, I feel like I'm just always doing impressions. But
I preferred the Hunchback of Notre Dame joke, unfortunately. All right. So tell us what happened to you.
So you were talking about the winds, and I just want to say that I've lived in California my whole life, and you know, there were some winds maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago or something, knocked out the power in the city, and that was like power out for like 3 days. And I've been around all of that, but this particular night, that Monday night into Tuesday, or was it, what is it? Tuesday into Wednesday. When I was going to sleep at night, I mean, it felt like there was barely anything protecting me from this insane savagery of the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, to think about fire or embers in that was just ridiculous. It was just like thinking about like a firework being turned sideways or something, you know? And so anyway, I talked to my parents the night before, and they lived in Altadena, and my dad is my mom and dad are in their 70s, and they're still working for a living. And they have owned their own homes throughout their history, but had to whittle themselves down. And now they're renting, and they've been renting in this beautiful place in Altadena for ages. And my dad's a collector. He's like collected instruments and old
Big
tools.
mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, I checked in with them Tuesday night, and you know, my dad said that he drove up to the edge of the mountain to go see how close the thing was, and he said it looked fine. So they went to sleep, and the whole night the winds were howling so crazy. I got a text from them at 3 a.m. that the same thing, the evacuation had happened. I woke up in the morning thinking about them being displaced. And so this is an uplifting story. I want to make 2 points that are very uncharacteristic about loss while I'm speaking here today. So I want to really point out those 2 things, that there's other ways to deal with tragedy, even when the worst has happened, you know, that there's other options than catastrophizing and really looking at what's important. You know, so
you're up in Ojai. Did you establish that, by the way? You're not in LA.
Yeah, I'm not in LA, and I'm in Ojai, and I'm an LA native, and I woke up the next morning concerned about Altadena, But I've been through all these fires, and I've lived outside of LA enough to where I've watched things get close to my parents, and never have I felt what I felt Wednesday morning, which was watching the news. I saw the cooperation and the coordination of the city. I mean, you could tell that we've been through a lot with very few resources for many years. You could tell that we were rehearsed, even though we're depleted in resources. The kindness and the call for grace and the coordination of that Wednesday morning meeting in Los Angeles was so beautiful and made me cry. You know, I'm just watching it on TV 100 miles away going, my dad and mom are right in the firing line. They've been displaced. I was looking at this beautiful thing happen, and I was looking at Altadena, and I just started, I was crying. I'm into crying. It's a fine thing. And I've been a sensitive person my whole life, but I haven't spontaneously wept like this. And it was a call for me to drive down. So I drove down from Ojai to Altadena to try and find my parents. And I texted Tim on the way because oddly enough, you guys have become such a favorite thing in my life that all I could think about in Los Angeles besides my parents' home was the studio, was the office hour studio. And having been there this year and gotten to, you know, it was amazing to record our podcast there. And so I was just thinking about it. So I sent Tim a text, an audio text, and I picked up my father, and it's just driving into LA from outside of it was looking like, you know, the scene in Ghostbusters where the city's starting to become overrun by like the dark clouds. It just was completely black over.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Exactly, that black.
Just ominous. So ominous. So I picked up my father, and he wanted to go to his house. Well, everybody had been evacuated, and the police weren't letting you in or whatever. But we got in, and keep in mind, I've just driven an hour and a half, picked up my father, and we drive up to his street, and he lived in Altadena. As we turn onto his block, we're 2 blocks away, I can see just plumes of smoke in what I know is my father's house. I just feel it. You know? As we get closer to the end of the block, I can see the fire engines are just around his house, and we got there just in time to watch the house go up and everything that he owns. You know, with having not pulled out anything at all. He and my mom left her wedding ring there. They've been married over 40 years. My stepmom and
was she stepping out on him? She was going out the night before
Here's
for a
the
little
excuse she's been waiting for. Here's
like
the opportunity.
Sometimes I go out to a singles bar, I leave the wedding ring at home, and see what happens.
I saw I with doing like a Quest Lab technician ring on the outside of his glove as he was doing.
Oh, interesting.
And that's
anyway.
Like,
so you get to the.
So we get to the house. Yeah, and we're pulling up, and my dad's essentially watching everything that he's kept and wanted to give and pass on over the years. He's a memorabilia person, and I'm there with my dad. It's like a scene in a movie where you just roll up at the perfect moment to see your house going on, and we just sit on the grass together and take in this spectacle. And I go over and I want to talk to the firemen, and I want to just say something about the two people that I talked to, the firefighters. Neither of them knew each other. They don't work, you know, together. Right. Come from all over the place. And I want to tell you, just in my short experience with them, these 2 guys almost lost their life trying to save my parents' house and got pulled out at kind of a last minute situation. And while they were there, and while we're there kind of weeping on the front lawn, one of them comes up to me and he says, "Hey, we saved some pictures."
Wow.
Walks me over to this tree, and there's this stack of all of my parents' photos from on the mantle. And I'm looking at this, and I'm crying because I'm going, holy shit, this is what's important. Not the pictures, but everybody in these pictures, none of them are in there, you know? Right. And it hits me that like the most important thing in life is not what's going on here. And I'm watching my parents' future go up in flames. I'm feet from it. And the real important thing is that all these faces of their grandchildren are all out, you know? And I spread all the pictures out on the grass, and I talked to these first responders, and one of them just came off a 4-day fast, doing this fast to improve his connection to his higher power. And he was just a regular guy, a guy named Caleb, like a white guy, just a, like a fireman who's taking the spiritual part of his job seriously.
We can't have these firefighters fasting though. That we can't do. We can't have them being in that sense, that weak state. We have to have them eating like bologna, like spaghetti and meatballs every
If they
night,
get too skinny,
like
then
chili.
the other firefighters will be sliding down them.
These guys are angels, I mean, they're they really, like Caleb, that guy, he's got a baby due in 3 weeks. And I'm just like, man, none of the stuff in here is worth you not making it to your child's birth,
No.
So just, it was really nice to get some direct experience with the firefighters there. And, with my parents, like after realizing the most important thing, I got my dad back home and they're in shock, and I'm a trauma. So this is what I do for a living, and I don't take time off, and it's just my passion. It's what I'm here to do. And I deal with the most difficult of subjects over and over again. So I'm kind of like, well trained for this, but now I have the monumental task of being there for my parents and after they've lost literally everything. And I sleep with them on their couch that night in the hotel, and the next day, and this is I'll kind of round out the second beautiful message here, is we try to go near the house again just to see if we can find anything in the rubble the next day. This is Thursday, and there's just a perimeter around Altadena because of looting. And the looters were mentioned on TV, and I just want to say, as somebody who comes from an addiction and mental health background, and I was also an addict, and I was also a traumatized person. Some of these acts that these looters are doing, it's easy to demonize them, but we've seen enough backstories in Marvel movies at this point to know that like those people must be in serious pain to not have the kind of consciousness to respect that there's lives are devastated and want to go loot that. You got to be in so much pain. So just I want to humanize the looters a little bit,
Yeah.
And not too much. People need to pay for what they do, and we want to, and all that. But just so I'm driving near the house trying to get in, and the second day in a row with my dad and my brother, and my brother and I were stuck in traffic. Like they won't let us in, and there's a whole bunch of cars, and it's in our old neighborhood, and my brother and I are just telling stories of like, oh wow, you remember that thing used to be there. And remember when we used to go to the market there? And it's like, these things aren't burned down, but they've been built over. And we're just having this memory lane discussion. And my father's in the back seat just taking it all in, And my brother and I are just like jubilantly discussing our childhood and the beautiful memories that are there. And what we're doing essentially in this moment that I realized is much like in The Grinch, where the Grinch tries to steal Christmas, but the Who's wake up and all their stuff is gone, but they just start singing. It can't be robbed. The goodness of the world is still intact within my brother and I, and we're all alive and we're grateful. So, even though my parents have the monumental task of putting their lives back together, and we've started a GoFundMe, what we realized is that the most important thing is love and to be alive.
You're here.
Pure and simple. So
that's what you have to remember when you're speaking about me after I pass. You have to bring all this, tie this all together, and Vic will play some God Only Knows on the piano.
Oh, of course.
Brian Wilson.
That, what? Speaking of which, I do have a prop here.
Oh, shit. Look at this.
What's
and
that?
This is signed to my band. I had a band called the Holliston Stops in the 90s. And we worked at Mark Lynette's studio, who
nice
with Brian and is a longtime collaborator. And he lives by you, Tim. So I was wondering if you ever had any run-ins with Mark Lynette or been to his...
I don't think so. No. I don't know.
What is that? Like, that's what album is cover? I mean, that's Friends, but like it looks like an alternate cover, right?
It's Friends. It's the cover. I guess there was Friends in 2020, and there's like
yeah.
But this is just the Friends cover. It's a little faded from the sun. I mean, normally this is a little more colorful.
Oh, okay.
But
which one's Ross?
All right. Jaymee, we wish you the best. Can you pass along your GoFundMe to Matt so we can push it along with the rest of the things we're trying to put money
Love
towards?
to.
We'll figure it out.
Thank you so much for the time. If you can just simply look up, if you go to GoFundMe, look up Wayne and Sherry, Sherry, and it's the top hit. And
okay. And Jamie's dad is Wayne Knight, who played Newman on Seinfeld, just so people know.
All right, I'm gonna go write your eulogy. All right.
See you later.
Everyone says I look like Wayne Knight.
You do, and you know what? That's not a compliment.
Oh, I know, it's not at all. I should not be proud of that.
Thanks so much for having me. And Tim,
right.
I text you a video from, I was like feet from the fire. You text me back, and I was standing in front of my parents' house burning, and that's the video that I sent.
Oh yeah,
in real time. It was happening right there. So I wanted to say you got great timing.
Well, we'll show it. We'll put it up on the Patreon and see what you can see the bravery, the heroism of the firefighters. And
seriously,
don't love these firefighters fasting though. I gotta say.
Well, Mikey, thank you for reminding us.
Can we get them some Jersey Mikes or something? Or
I was thinking of this would be a bad sketch, but it would be like the insurance executives at some New Year's Eve party, and they're like, "That was a good year." Should be another good year. I think as long as nothing major happens, I think we're in good shape to keep making money, tons of money. Anyways, insurance. Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know what it is anymore. What doesn't feel like people are going to be able to get insurance. It feels like the guys that like started insurance are like, this works as long as everything kind of remains sort of normal. And then it's like the world's falling apart, and they're like, bye, I have to go. We're going to do something different now.
I just hate when people say insurance.
Insurance.
That's my biggest problem with insurance.
Who's your insurance?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jaymee. Take care.
Take care.
Thank you.
I have a game.
By the way, I think he made that whole thing up. I don't think he made that happen. He's like, look at me, look at me. No, I'm just kidding. I can confirm.
Great story. He's a real.
Wait, hold on. Elliot Clay's got his hands raised. Then we'll play Doug's game, and then we'll get out of there.
I wanted to tell Mikey real quick. We should send them Firehouse subs, not Jersey Mikes. Obviously, these firemen.
All right, we'll save the Jersey Mikes for Tim's funeral.
Yeah, Elliot.
He wanted it. He said he wanted Jersey Mikes.
Elliot, you're on the line.
Hey, all
dogs.
We got the dog. We're sending all the love and positive vibes to you guys. Thinking about you all week, Tim and Matt and the whole crew. Glad to see you guys are all okay.
This is how I'm going to talk now too.
Sorry, I should have cleared. I didn't prep before I got on here. I was caught off guard. I was going to say though, to bring some levity into your guys' lives and to go cheer yourselves up. You gotta go put the fam in the car, go down to the theater, go watch Nosferatu.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I saw it. It's great. It's great.
It's fantastic. I really loved it a lot. I heard a lot of groaning
Dracula?
at the end.
Wait, you want to bring the kids to that? Isn't it like?
Yeah, well, no, don't bring the kids.
No, don't do that.
No, don't do that. But it is.
I'm not going to watch a Dracula movie. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, I'm not watching no Dracula bullshit.
Oh, it's good.
Not?
John
Enough
Depp's,
is enough.
I want to suck your blood. Get out of here. It's a bunch of bullshit. I need to hear about the life of Bob Dylan and everything that happened with him. That's all I need to hear about, movie-wise.
And you know what, Tim, about that Dylan movie? They stopped right. They could do part 2, part 3 because there's a lot more.
Part 10, 12.
There's a lot more.
Where do they end?
There's a lot more that happens after that. We got to find out about.
Well, it ends when he goes electric.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I want to hear the 80s stuff. I want to learn about that.
I was looking up some of the scenes, Tim, in that movie, like when
they play with it's not all like
when he's jamming with that blues man on that public access show. I'm like, I want to see that footage.
Whoa.
It doesn't exist. It's made up.
Oh my god.
So I have.
I like
my
that,
bone.
I like when they make stuff up. I don't care. I have a movie recommendation. Or should
What
I
is
wait till our recommend? We could wait till our Rex.
No, do it now. We
Okay.
can do Rex now.
Okay. Fix.
Oh no, I'm so curious.
Um,
Curious cat.
Once Upon a Time in the West. I'm getting into all these old Sergio
Oh.
Leone movies.
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen it, Vic?
Long time ago. Who's in it?
Ooh.
Ernest Borgnine or something?
No, it's Charles Bronson and Jason Robards and Henry Fonda. Ho, ho, ho. It's a good movie. Yeah, somebody says, finally watching Sergio Leone. I really did it was a blind spot for me, and I think they're fantastic movies.
Ever seen Once Upon a Time in West Hollywood?
Get out of here.
It's an adult entertainment kind
Actually,
of film.
what? No, wasn't that the Quentin Tarantino movie?
That was just
Upon a
in
Time?
Hollywood, not West Hollywood.
Okay.
All the time in North Hollywood. That one's kind of
That's depressing.
I'll go. There's a doc on Netflix called The Kings of Tupelo that was really great. It's one of these docs that goes on a journey of twists and turns. It's about a couple of Elvis impersonators. That's all I'll say. Just check that out. That's my rec.
Nice.
What does Mikey recommend?
For Westerns?
For anything.
No, just anything. Something you've seen lately that you want to recommend to my audience, our audience?
That's a great question.
We can come back to
All
it.
right.
We'll put him on the spot.
We're not gonna tolerate dead air while you think.
I watched Three Identical Strangers. Have you seen that documentary?
Yes.
You have seen it already? Like it's like back in the 60s, there's like triplets born, but they were all separated by the government, I guess, or some like adoption agency. Social, yeah. It was like, and they did this like kind of testing to see if it's nature versus nurture without letting the people that adopted these kids. So it turns out there's triplets.
No spoilers.
I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to, but yeah, I don't want to ruin it. But it's like, it's good. It's on, I don't know, probably Tubi or something. I forget. Tubi's great, by the way. If you ever need some Hallmark movies, or right? You know Tubi?
I started watching this movie called The
Hallmark
Stuntman.
movies?
I started watching this is another recommendation. I started watching a movie called The Stuntman, the 1981.
That's incredible. That's a
Oh,
crazy
I don't know
movie.
that.
And then my Wi-Fi went out during the winds, but I have to finish watching that. But that one's on Tubi.
That one's crazy.
It's incredible.
I watched that this
So
year.
far.
It's one of the craziest movies I've ever seen.
I don't know it.
Yeah,
Peter
it's,
O'Toole.
Steve Railsback is very weird in it, and Peter O'Toole, is fantastic in it. It's a really crazy movie. I highly recommend that too.
Probably recommend the Police Academy movies.
Yeah, we're talking
Well,
about
we
Steve
already
Guttenberg.
All six of them.
You know, we do recommend those.
I saw that, and I really appreciate what Steve Guttenberg was doing. He was doing community service in a way, you know. He was standing up for his town.
No,
but he also didn't need to say his full name. What's
He
your name,
didn't need
sir?
to say that.
Steve.
Steve.
Leave it at Steve, pal.
That's it.
True.
We don't need to know.
What do you do, Steve? Are you an actor?
there's one
No,
of
no, I'm a
those
human being, moving cars. I'm a fucking valet at this moment, actually.
I recognize you
what?
now.
There's one of Odenkirk like that, where a local reporter is asking Odenkirk a question, like he just got stopped somewhere. I wonder if we can find that. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, that's
too.
great. Did he give his full name?
I don't think so. I think he played it cool. Bob.
Okay, let's play my game.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a rec. Can I give a rec? I got a good rec.
Let's go.
Baden Powell, who's a Brazilian guitarist.
Oh, yeah.
Tristeza on guitar. And I have a brag. Greg Turkington recommended that to me a while ago, and it's a beaut.
That's a beautiful album. I know that one. That's a lot of his
brag
stuff.
that you know Greg Turkington?
It's very good.
I think it's
cool.
cool that Greg recommended the music directly to me. A known
Ellie told me about that.
Oh yeah,
brag.
There's another brag.
Well, you should see how many people texted me checking in on me. Woo! There's a list.
Did you reply to them all, Tim? Did you reply to them all?
I started copying and pasting.
Copy and pasting. Yeah, exactly.
I got people in Europe and Hawaii checking in on me. I got a big list. I got a big
It was a natural disaster, the likes of which we've never seen. Oh, sorry. One more thing before we get to the game. That drop of Trump. We should. I know we're not a political show anymore, but that one you just sent today, that was pretty special. Can we see that?
That's a very good one.
Bezos came, Bill Gates came, Mark Zuckerberg came. Many of them came numerous times. The bankers have all come. Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming. He's coming.
Wait, someone said, seen the picture of Trump in the vest with his breasts? What's that about, John?
That sounds good. Let's see that.
I want to see his boobies.
I love his new nickname for Gavin Newsom.
Oh,
news
scum.
The news scum. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
I thought it's
that
scum,
social...
like news.
I think
it is news scum.
But still,
that's
what I saw.
If he meant it
I saw
like
news
cum.
Yeah, that would be
it's better.
He
meant it as
it's
news,
better.
News scum.
But it's better.
News scum.
I like Vic's reading.
Yeah, I like it. I'm just saying what he's actually saying is news scum.
New scum.
I want to see his boobies.
He's old scum though.
Is this? Wait, let's.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see his
about,
big nips.
I don't know that's.
Tim, would you motorboat Trump?
Is this what you're talking about, John? I mean,
that's old.
I don't see breasts.
That's not real though, too.
No, it is real, but
did somebody touch up his makeup on that one?
Yeah, that was
send me a link, John. Send us a link.
There's too much.
Well, I'll tell you what. One thing that Jimmy Carter funeral, which I can't believe he died.
Oh God,
that was a shock. Now, did that have anything to do with the fire? Did he die in the fire?
Well, no, he was he was vaccinated in 1937. So it finally caught up. The vax guy.
I'm sure you guys all saw this, but all those presidents sitting around, clowning around, and Trump is talking to Obama, and they're yucking it up, and it's like, yeah, this, you know what, we're a bunch of rubes. This is all just a game,
right?
All these people are just like,
I know. But there was a good clip of George Bush. Did you see when George Bush and his wife showed up, and they walked in, and Obama stands up and he blocks Trump so Bush and his wife can walk by and without saying anything to him? It's pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun. I love watching all that.
Yeah.
And Bush gives Obama a little breast tap, like, "Hey, there he is, Chief.
Yeah.
There you are, Stretch."
Bill Clinton checking out Kamala's ass too.
Oh no!
There is a shot.
Do you guys want to know a good Jimmy Carter fact that I just found out?
Yeah.
Please.
Welcome back to the show, Elliot.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to just listen to the banter. He was alive for the premiere of all 3 Nosferatu movies.
Oh my God,
Jimmy Carter.
Was he? When was it? Really?
And that is not. I'm not kidding. That is real.
Well, he wasn't at the premiere. He was just.
He wasn't at. Well, he technically could have been there if he was like 4 years old for the first one.
They will remember about Jimmy is he was a big fan of Nosferatu.
Speaking of premieres, that goes right into that segues perfectly into my game.
All right. Are you sure you want to do a game with 10 minutes left in the show? I mean, just saying.
Oh, yeah, I do. I want to do it.
Everyone's dying. That's why everyone's waiting for this long.
No, they're not.
That's why they're still on the line.
That's so presumptuous.
Okay, this is Guess the Premiere.
This is like what the fake Greg Turkington is like on Cinema, where he's like, everyone's sending me cards and letters saying how much they love my popcorn classics.
Yeah. Let me know in the chat if you're here for my game.
They love your game, of course they do. But I'm just saying, we're in a flow. We're doing goofs. I'm doing my Bill Clinton impression. But go ahead, let's play the game.
Okay, so
Vic's left.
I'm gone.
So these are photos from a movie premiere. Okay, you'll see 3 photos, and you'll see the date. You just try to guess what the movie is.
Okay.
And you'll just check. Here's the first one. Wait, what the hell? Oh, great. It decided to freeze. Not really. It's pin.
Everything was on the line.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. 1986.
There's Martin Short, Chevy Chase.
Oh shit!
Three Amigos.
Oh, it's Three Amigos.
Yeah. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. The stupid file name you could see it at the damn top.
I didn't see that.
Oh, I didn't see it. You can't see it.
It's pretty.
Is
small.
that Kirk Cameron and who's the other dude?
I know who he is. He's
Corey
he's just a
Haim,
TV
right?
actor.
Is that Corey?
No, isn't that the
No.
song from like
8 is Enough.
8 is Enough? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, well look, just don't cheat. Don't look at the name, the file name. Damn it.
Oh, I don't see it.
Okay, here's the next one.
The Matrix.
You got it.
Wow! Holy shit!
Oh,
he's good looking these days. You should look him up.
Who?
24 guy. What's his name?
Kiefer?
Yeah, he's got a good look these days.
He's a Kiefer.
Lot of surgery.
I could see the Matrix poster in the background there.
No, I.
Waterworld. Oh no,
he spent
it's the Bodyguard.
Wait a second.
Wait,
Bodyguard.
92.
I blurred
yeah.
that out. Weird.
No, it was he blurred it.
Tim, I think you got it.
Mr. G was there.
You got it, Bodyguard.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, Kenny G was at the Bodyguard.
Who's that on the left? Is that Mr. Cooper hanging?
I'm not
who that is.
sure. Okay, here's the next one.
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, what?
Damn, this is too easy. This is so
That's
strange
Bob
because
Saget.
I blurred out these background images. I don't know.
I like the Saget's there.
And I saved
The
it.
guy in the back is really funny looking. Oh,
Friend of the show.
Shakes the Clown.
You got it, Vic.
Yeah, I love that Bowie was there.
Maybe I made it too easy.
Wow,
No.
yeah, what's Bowie doing at the Shakes the
He
Oh
was-
yeah, check it
wasn't
out.
he
Bowie,
Buds?
Bowie was at the Shakes.
Yeah,
the
he was
premiere.
He was buds with Bobcat.
He loved.
That's
brought
a
his,
good movie recommendation. Is Basquiat, where Bowie plays Andy Warhol.
Oh yeah,
Bowie bought his,
yeah.
Bowie brought his barf bag
That movie's
his
really
teeth in 'em.
in
gross.
case I throw up.
Oh shit, did he?
We got
Diddly.
Diddy.
This
Who are
must
those-
be
who are those guys in
Scream.
the-
Cruel Intentions.
No.
Vic got it. Vic got it. Scream,
Scream.
2. Actually,
Oh,
wrong.
Scream 2. I didn't
2.
get it.
Scream 2.
I like that Jerry O'Connor has a twin there or something.
Yeah, what's going on there? Let us know in the chat. Leave it in the comments
Is he?
below.
Maybe it's a twin.
His brother.
Next one.
Oh, 92.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs.
Oh,
Tim got it.
I like it's got the what's his name on the left?
Look, these
there.
guys look like they're still in character. You
That's
know?
great. Yeah, Keitel.
Wait, Keitel's with Penny Marshall? Wow.
Is that
Is that
it
who
is?
that is?
Yeah,
yeah. Look at them holding
that's-
hands.
That's a Tim Dop on the left, though. I mean, Jesus,
Hmm. Not
Isn't
a
that-
little bit,
Chris
bit.
Penn.
He's a Penn.
That's Chris Penn.
Chris
Oh.
Penn Glover. Okay.
Oh, my
it's
god!
Phenomenon.
Oh my God! How do you know?
Wow,
How do you know that?
96.
How do you
Very
know?
good,
There's-
Tim.
And
Very
then
good.
there's my dop, Kevin Bacon, which I.
Oh, there he is.
all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
Interview with a
94.
Vampire.
Oh yeah.
Tim's too good at this.
I'm locked.
I mean, yeah, those goatees, that gives it away.
Yeah, I should have put put more confusing pictures in these, like these guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
put like the Rob Zombie in the middle or
Because
something.
like at the premiere,
Is
you
that
get all
Zombie?
kinds of, you just get random people. I think that's Rob Zombie, or maybe
It
it's this
looks
one.
like him.
I think it's
All
that.
right.
It's one of these two.
Oh, that guy. I think it's got
Let's keep going.
Weird
because
hat.
We want to
Anyway,
wrap
okay,
the
couple-
show up.
just a
and
couple
talk more.
97. This is all Clerks. No, not Clerks.
Chasing Amy.
It's- Shit.
That's the full
Yep.
cast right there.
Who's the guy in the middle? Tiny chin.
Dealey.
I don't know.
87.
Now that's
This
who do you
is-
think the guy on the left is? Do you recognize him?
Bukowski.
That's Charles Bukowski.
Oh.
Look at him. He's got his glass of.
Oh, I know this
wine.
one.
Wow.
Barfly.
Barfly.
I've never even
What?
seen this movie.
I don't know
Of
that one.
course.
Mickey Rourke.
Rourke kind of looks like Mikey.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Mikey, you should look up a picture of modern day Mickey Rourke, and that's what you're going to look like in the
With,
future.
I'm
with his
working on it.
dogs. Yeah.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
Modern day
Oh my
Mickey Rourke.
god.
Ooh, I know it's Apollo 13.
Oh man.
Do you know that
Good old
Vic knows who
Clint.
this guy is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clint Howard.
Ron Howard's
He's,
brother.
he's signed a contract. He has to be in every of his movies.
He's got quite the
I love
look
that.
in his eyes.
He's good in the Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
Clint's wife wrote a book. Do you know her memoir title? I accidentally married the wrong Howard.
It should have been
Clint's a
Mo
big
Howard.
Republican. Yeah.
But and then it says like a little like a subscript below it. It could have been worse. It could have been a Mo Howard or like a
Goatee Hanks.
Wait. Back up for 1 sec.
Oh yeah.
Guess who
look at
who
that.
Guess who I played? Guess who I jammed with over the Christmas break?
This guy.
Tom Hanks.
Idol.
Played guitar. Played Beatles songs with Eric Idle.
That's nuts.
Was she there?
Yeah, I think so.
Did he play "Always Look at the Bright Side of Life" for you?
No, we talked about it, but we didn't get to it. Michael McKean was also there, so I was playing with.
I saw Mr. Yankovic was there too.
And Al was there, and it was Al and me, and that was it. It was just me, Al, and Michael McKean and Eric Idle. We
Clint Howard.
Traveling Wilburys.
Tim, did Eric? Did he play an instrument?
Yeah, he played guitar.
Well, that's good.
That's crazy.
Idle hands are the devil's work.
That's
shop.
my guy.
I don't know. Playground. What is it?
Oh, this must be Chasing Amy.
No.
We already did.
No, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's a League of Their Own.
Yeah. Everyone gets a point.
Very good. Very good.
We got a tie. Look at Madonna and Rosie hanging out, and you got Lovitz, of course.
Lovitz is in that movie.
Lovitz he was a real like sexy guy back in.
Oh yeah.
Rosie and Madonna banged.
Oh yeah.
All right, keep it
See
clean,
that.
Mikey.
Okay, a couple more. I guess that's the last one.
Bang! They cut their bangs together. Sorry.
Oh man,
that's it.
Screwed it up. No, Oh fuck!
Yeah, Boys in the
Hood.
Anyway,
Well, these games are always great.
Oh, look at
$1 billion
this.
movie.
That's nice.
Yeah. Anyway, these are the stars here in the middle. The biggest.
Who's on the left?
I don't know, but she was in the pictures.
Okay.
Wait, isn't there? There's a woman in the movie. Oh, that's not the woman. That's not your
There's a
love
woman
interest.
in the movie.
That's not your
No.
love interest in the movie.
No.
I don't know.
But Michael Gross, that's the guy from Family Ties, and he was the narrator.
Oh.
He was great. He's a nice guy.
Anyway,
All right,
I got the idea from a Instagram page that I recommend called Night Openings. It's all just premiere photos of the past. Check it out.
Good
All right. Well, Matt, do we want any final word from somebody? One more chatter, and then we can get going. Get back.
I don't think so. I'm not seeing anybody who has like relevant to things going on right now. With all due respect, but
I appreciate that. Let me ask you a personal question, Matt. What are you doing after this call? Should we go get a bite or something like that? I haven't eaten anything.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm with these two dogs though. See the other dog. This is my dog. You want to see these dogs, Vic?
I want to see it.
This is my new dog. Am I coming up? There it is. Oh, this is my new dog. She's 7 months old. And then I have Alyssa's dog here too. It's
oh my God.
Surrounded by dogs.
And you can't leave those dogs in the hotel room?
Oh, I can leave them. I think.
Okay.
And what hotel and room number are you guys at?
507.
just get a 20 on that?
The Residence Inn
Palisades.
Palm Springs.
Good night, guys.
Hey, Mikey, I love you for real, and
Love ya.
Congratulations on returning back from a ship, from being on a boat.
Can I make a Two Crew announcement on behalf of Mikey and I?
Yeah.
We have some sweet merch that's about to drop. Socks and long sleeve shirts, courtesy of Dream Street.
Oh, nice.
Really cool. Really cool.
Are they wet? Someone said, are they wet socks?
Yeah, I mean, in this day and age, we need a little more wetness in our life. So keep your eyes peeled for this.
That's a good point. I would use that, Doug. I would take this opportunity and exploit the tragedy to talk about needing wetness in our life.
And hopefully we'll be back on regular Thursday next week with the official season 10 premiere. We'll share our season 10 premiere photos from the big premiere.
Yeah. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. And if anyone is in LA right now, we hope you're also powering through and getting the help you need, or not going. You know, truthfully, it's like I think a lot of people are fucking stressed out and full of anxiety and stuff. So I hope you can take a little break from that with us, and hope things get better. And we'll see you next week.
Excited.
He's done some pretty amazing things with worm farming.
The Worm Dude.
When Bezos came, Bill Gates came, Mark Zuckerberg came. Many of them came numerous times. The bankers have all come. Everybody's coming.
Pounders.
I want to be ninja. I want to chop chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I want to be ninja.
You have food on your plate, clothes on your body, and a place to sleep. You're richer than 55% of people in the world. If you have money to spend as you wish and freedom to go anywhere you want, you are among the top 8% of the world's population. If you're alive today, with more health than illness, you are more blessed than the 1 million people that won't survive this week. And if you can read and understand this message, you are more fortunate than the 500 million people who cannot see, cannot read, and cannot access the knowledge and information that surrounds us. Life is not for 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 life is 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 life
Wasn't sure if we were still going.
I think we are.